there will be this calling for us to, I don't want to say repent, because that's just sounds so like, oh, I gotta beat my heart, and it sounds so religious. Oh, you guys. First of all, hello, it's Terrie. Second of all, it's freaking New Year's Eve. Oh my God, it's one of my favorite holidays. New Year's Eve and Halloween. It's a different kind of New Year's Eve this year. Yes. And I remember where I was exactly 1 year ago. It was a really nice New Year's Eve. And I'm sure next year on New Year's Eve, I will be reflecting on this New Year's Eve. So New Year's Eve has just always been, really near and dear to my heart. So, yes. So we have a relationship reading here, right? On New Year's Eve. So I'm feeling a little heart-centered, a little mushy-gushy in my heart. Because I do love me some New Year's Eve. And just all the wonderful memories of past New Year's Eves. And, creating a new memory of this New Year's Eve in spite of a pandemic. And no, it's not going the way that I planned, but neither is anybody else's. So this is a timeless reading or timeless relationship reading, right? So even if you're watching this and it's not your New Year's Eve 2020, my face is hurting so much from smiling. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Because I'm already like getting information. So it's like, oh, I can feel this. And I'm such a feely person. And my mouth is like hurting right here so much. Okay, so let's be serious. Be serious, Terrie. Do a serious relationship reading this New Year's Eve, Terrie. Fuck that. I'm gonna be Terrie. So, though this is timeless, yes. Just know that whenever you hear this message, it is the right time for you to hear it. And I am reading for the collective, which means not all this information is going to resonate with you. So take what does, toss what doesn't. And if you would like a compatibility reading, because I do those, you can actually find that on my site, terriehuberman.com. Just get yourself a compatibility reading. Compatibility readings are great when you're dating someone, especially if it's a new relationship. Or if you're wanting to make a big life decision, even like buying a house or getting married or buying a car or et cetera. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you know what my guides have told me. So earlier in the week, our weekly energy was about resolution and refinement, and it shows up for us in relationship this week. This weekend. It's about the repair that's been made or the repair that you're considering, because that's also coming in. But it's about the repair and reconnection and really getting back in touch with someone who meant a lot to you in the past. And now it's time to rebuild differently. It's as if the attachment is disconnected. And it doesn't, just because you like cut cords with someone, it just means the attachment to that person is gone. It doesn't mean that person has to be out of your life. So I will say that this could be platonic or romantic. So it doesn't have to fall in the romance category. This could be a long lost friend. This could be someone you had a falling out with. This could be a childhood, friend. This could be somebody that you met in the last month who dropped off the face of the earth. Who knows? I mean, this year, there was so much that went on this year, and we're just not the same people that we were. And relationship-wise, we are realizing what works for us, what doesn't, who we want to take with us, and who we don't want to take with us. Right? So my guides are saying that when it comes to this repair and this connection, just to sort of piggyback on earlier this week with the forgiveness factor, is that so much has just gone on. We've changed and we're changing. So there is this sense of responsibility as well with whoever you're reconnecting with, to give them the space and the time for them to evolve into who they're becoming. So dropping expectations of maybe what once was with them, or how it's supposed to play out. So it is this reconnection and it's a repair, but it's not the same, and it has to be different if you're going to move forward with this person. It has to be different. It can't be the same. It absolutely can't be the same. I know that there's a few people that I would like to reconnect with, and it just can't be the same, you know? So again, there will be this calling for us to, I don't want to say repent, because that's just sounds so like, oh, I got to beat my heart. And it sounds so religious. It's not like repent. It's sort of like own, right? We own each of our responsibilities in what happened of the disconnect or the break up. It could be like a literal breakup, or, you know, just the disconnection of it. The detachment doesn't have to be justified. It's way healthier. A lot of us are cutting cords to old relationships, and not all relationships have to go with us into 2021. Okay, just knowing there are some that can, and there are some that could, and there's some that really should. You know, if you've learned a lot from someone, this is what they're saying. If you learned a lot from someone, there's someone you could take with them into 20, or you could go with them or bring them back, or you can repair with them or whatnot, for 2021. Because if they've taught you something, now it's time for you to teach them something, or if you taught them something, now it's time for them to teach you something. So it's more about detachment of circumstances, not so much people. And that's where the forgiveness can come in. And that's where like the repair can actually be legitimately repaired. So I'm going to pull some cards, but it isn't, you know, you can, I'm not telling you to get back with your ex-boyfriend or someone maybe you dated or loved, or so, you know, or like a best friend or something. I'm not telling you you have to, and I'm not necessarily telling you that you should. But what I am talking about is that there is a repair in how the attachment to the outcomes with that person was or could be. And if that is truly shifted and changed, then there can be a repair or reconnection that you take with you into 2021. So it is one, you know, it's case by case basis, but I know that there's at least one or two people that I wouldn't mind traveling in 2021 with, but it would have to be completely different on my end, and they would have to be completely different as well. But, you know, it's part of the process where we've all gone through this like breakdown, and now we're about to go through to break through. So here we go. I've pulled two cards for relationship readings. I only pulled two cards, and I pulled the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue and the Oracle of E by Pam Grout and Collette Baron-Reid. So let's do a reveal. We have True Love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And we have Jackpot. Yes. Okay, so these are the cards in terms of relationship. Now, of course, you know, this, I am focused, what it feels like my guys are telling me, it is about repair and reconnection. So if you do choose to repair, reconnect, forgive, either approach somebody or let somebody approach you in terms of forgiveness or reconnection, like it there's validity to it, right? It's like, it's okay to do if your body is saying it's okay. Or even, remember, these are timeless readings. So if this isn't like the last weekend in December, you know, or New Year's Eve that this works for you, you know, whenever you're watching this is when you're supposed to do it. But there can be reconnection. Like this can still continue, but it has to be different. It can't continue in the same way. The attachment to what happened, the outcome of what happened, to the breakdown, the miscommunication, that has to completely and totally and honestly and authentically need to change. And if it can't be, that's okay, but communication should be had about it so that each party can know what's happening, be super clear, you know, and just say, you know, so maybe it's something like, I'm just not ready yet. I really do want to be friends with you. Let's just say, I would love to be friends with you when I'm ready. I'm almost ready, not quite there. Give me some more time, but I do want you in my life. You add something to my life. I've learned so much from you. Just something along those lines. Now, I will say I had a really beautiful reconnection this year with somebody who I'm so grateful. We had a breakdown a few years ago. I'm getting a little teary-eyed. And we reconnected this year, and I'm just so grateful. I'm very, very grateful for that. And there was, we weren't in contact for a few years, but, now we are again, and it's just so beautiful. And I truly love it, and I'm very happy about it. And this is what it feels like, these emotions that I'm feeling right now. It does feel like that level of a repair and a reconnection you can take with you in 2021. You just have to be really authentic with yourself, right? Really, really authentic. So it's there, and the possibility is there. So as I decide to pull my shit together right now, because I just had a pure, beautiful moment of feeling real love. Thank you. It's a lovely, lovely thing. So this is another way of staying connected, and this is a way of staying connected to the divine. So it's okay. You can repair, forgive, just be really authentic, communicate. There's resolution. There is resolution. So, I'm going to end this the way I always do. Stay connected. Stay connected to your friends and family. Stay connected to yourself. And of course, you can stay connected to me. You can check me out at terriehuberman.com. Happy New Year, or whenever you're watching this, happy everything. And I'll see ya on the flip side.